Hi friends, it's Steph. Oh my gosh, y'all. You cannot believe, first off, the week I've had has been insane. And this little gem of a room box here is going to make me crazy. So, I recut all of Lucy's apartment parts. I put it together with the two rooms, and it just still, the scale was just off. The walls were fine, but it was just too cramped. I just could not get it to work. So here, after consulting with my son, I decided what I would do is make two separate rooms, if that makes any sense. We will still have the window into the kitchen, and then what will happen is I'll make the kitchen with just two walls, like a back wall and another side wall, and it will just butt up next to this. That does two things for me. One, it makes it easily movable. Two, it gives me the scale I need without having a big, huge one piece. Because you remember how big the general store was? Well, it's kind of tricky to move it and everything. You got to make sure everything's glued down or museum wax down, so it likes to fiddle and get all over the place. So, but I've decided a couple of other things. This is the fabric for furniture. I just had that out looking at it. You see I've got the piano in here with the big window. Now, here's what happens when I put doors in. I am just, you guys, not happy with these doors. So a closet goes here. Well, you can see that's just, it's not going to work. This is the kitchen door for the thing, and they just look off to me. They just don't look like the size I want. So here is what I had decided. One of my viewers put in the comments, why don't you make doors out of like mat board or something? And I've been thinking about that and thinking about that. So I think that what I'm going to do, I ordered mat board. It should be here on Monday. This is Saturday, in case you're wondering. And so I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to make custom windows and doors to fit my needs. I just really do. I also, y'all know I had hauled a fireplace from Temu. It absolutely does not work. Here, I will get it and show you guys. And then also my kitchen was so small that the kitchen table didn't work. But you see the fireplace, let me turn you guys a little bit, is smaller than the piano, you see. So, once again, y'all know this scale just drives me insane. But I think that what we're going to do, y'all, I've bought some things for this. I think the radio is a good scale. That'll work. But I think what I'm going to do, I think the lamps are going to work once I get tables and everything. But I think what we're going to end up doing, guys, is building most of the furniture from scratch. I'm going to try really hard to be able to keep the table and chairs because I really like them for the kitchen. But let me see if these are the same size. Yes, those are the same size. So those are the kitchen chairs with the table. But when I put these in, when I had this, you see this line right here where that door is, that's where the living room ended, and then this was the kitchen. So you can see the scale was just not going to work. So I have just been frustrated all afternoon trying to figure this out. And so I think, though, this is what my direction will be, is just to go with it. And we will just build as much as we can for this apartment. So my first step to do is going to be to get the walls together. I've got to cut a window and a door here. I'm going to try, once again, I had to take it out and I left it over on the other side of the room. But I had, how the door is like this in her apartment. Let me see if I can show you. I don't know if you can see it real well on this picture, but this is actually not flat. It's just slightly angled. I think I'm going to try to put that in there because when I was doing it when it was smaller, absolutely was not going to work. It took up way too much space. So now that I'm doing this bigger room, I'm going to try to put that piece back in. So let's fingers crossed on that one. Okay. And you'll just see, I'm going to do this couch, but I was thinking of not doing, because if you watch the show, the fabrics on those two pieces of furniture, I do not believe matched. I'm going to double check. I'm going to go look at some of my pictures, because y'all know I've just been going through pictures and going through pictures. So I have this. So what I did the other day was I went through, now these, y'all do not laugh at my drawings, okay? I am not an artist, not this kind of artist anyway. I consider myself an artist, but not a drawing artist, okay? So these are just rough ideas of what I need to do and where I have to put accent pieces onto the walls and such. So this is this wall here, okay? This is the wall to kitchen, the living room side. So that's what this wall is, okay? I've got to put the bifold doors that they had on the pass-through going into the kitchen. There are some decorative pieces. I'm not sure what you call that, but there's some decorative pieces here down on the bottom of the wall. You can't hardly see that, but because they, in the picture I was looking at, it had a piece of furniture in it, but you see here, there it is right there, okay? Then we have the kitchen door, which is a swing away door. So, oh, good luck for me on that one. So this is the swing away door, okay? Then I have, oh, my stuff's falling down. This is the front door. So it's got, these are kind of side lights, but they're with, I'm going to put them with wood pieces. I don't know what they were made from into the scene, but they have one above this door. There's also a trim going around the door, and then there's the decorative pieces on the board. I'm going to make that with layered mat board, okay? That's what we're going to make the doors out of. This is the back wall, this wall here of the living room, because the door will be right there. And then the window, the closet door will be right here. And then there's decorative pieces up along the ceiling of the room. And so that's what those are. And you'll see those are long, narrow pieces. So I haven't quite decided. Those may be out of mat board as well. We'll see how that goes. I think that these door pieces I can glue. I have some little wooden squares and rectangles. I'm going to see if they're the right size. If not, I might use balsa wood, or again, we may just go with the mat board. Okay, this is the worst drawing, but here we go. This is the kitchen, the right side kitchen wall that goes to the outside of the apartment. They have the door, which butts up right to the cabinets, so it's right next to those. And I double checked that placement and everything. There's a window on this door. These are curtains. They're clasped at the middle, so they make an hourglass shape. Again, decorative pieces on the door. This is a wall, okay? And in this wall, there's a sconce right up there. And then, I don't know if y'all remember this, but my great-grandmother had one. This is a vinegar and oil jar, and it was in the original, the smaller Lucy apartment, and it's also in the two-room Lucy apartment. I am going to figure out how to make one of those because I love them. Then this is the stove, a window here. Above that part, there's like a wallpaper. And then above the door is plain. There's no wallpaper going all the way across. It starts here and goes to the end of the wall, okay? Then the back wall of the kitchen butts up to the door over there. These are cabinets. This is wallpaper along the top. It's in the museum pictures. It's like a green type of wallpaper. Haven't decided quite what I'm going to do with that. I think I'm going to get some scrapbook paper and use my Mod Podge and just put that up there. I think that will work. We've got our fridge here, and it just kind of sat inside these things. It didn't touch very close, I don't think. I'm going to have to look at my pictures again, but we have a cabinets like this, just your typical kitchen. Over here is the wall where the door will be on this side, okay? So that butts up to that wall. This is the kitchen on the living room side, okay? And it's the opposite of what the living room was. So we've got the swinging door, we've got a window, and then this is the kitchen cabinets with the sink, where she does dishes and everything like that. So, obviously my scale is very off, my spacing is off, but I'm just trying to give myself a general idea. At the top of this wall is also a wallpaper strip up there, okay? Here is the first side of the living room wall. This is on the left-hand side of the living room. We've got the fireplace. There's a little inset in the wall there. I don't know if y'all have ever noticed that. And she just has some things sitting there and up on the fireplace. I'll figure those out. There's pictures. There's 5 pictures around the thing. Then this is more decorative molding on the walls. And then this is the hallway. And remember, I said I have not figured out the hallway yet. So I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. I'm thinking that one through still. All right, so there's kind of my rough draft of plans. I think I'm going to like working on one room at a time. I think this will be easier to manage this way. So as soon as I start getting things in place, what we will do next time is do the decorative things on the walls. Okay, and I will have the mat board, so we will just go at it. I will get the measurements taken care of, and we will make the doors. I will share all of those measurements with you guys, so that if you need to make doors, you can make doors yourself. But I think the best part of making our own is they can be custom. They can be whatever size I need them to be. You see, this door is just not the right scale. It just does not fit in that whole thing, because if you look at this, the door comes almost up to the top of the window, and they have this piece. This is the ceiling, or you know, the wall, not the ceiling. This is the top up here, where they've got these decorative pieces. That doesn't line up. In order to line this up with the window, that would have to be 2 inches up off the floor. So that's just not going to work. So I think we can make this custom to what we need. Y'all know I'm an eyeballer. I look at things and I don't necessarily stick to a scale. I can just look at things and say, oh, that doesn't work. I don't like that there. I think this piano and this window are going to be my kind of starting points on what I do. I'm just going to tell y'all, I'm still debating on the piano. We may be building a piano, folks. So I don't know. Tell me what y'all think. Do you think the piano and window scale are good? Here's the only thing making me second guess it. Now, I know this is an inset on Lucy's apartment. You see this there, it's like a inset part. We're not going to do that. We're just going to have a straight wall, so the piano will stick out a little bit more than what it does traditionally. But I think that'll be okay. I think with this room box, we're going to be able to do that and get away with it, and it's not going to be as noticeable. I could also end up deciding to make the inset. Y'all know I'm just crazy like that. If we do, it just would take, you know, a couple of pieces on the outside. We would just have to cut a big square out here, put these on the inside, and then this could fit in there. But tell me what you think about the scale of the piano and the window. Should I redo the window? Should I make a new piano? Or do you think this is fine? I do think this little piano seat, I don't know, y'all. It just, excuse me, I just can't wrap my head around that. I do know the fireplace is out. It's gone. We're not using that. We're going to build a fireplace. I am keeping the radio because I love the radio. I think it's nice. The table, we'll see. Let me take a drink. Sorry, my throat got a little dry. Okay, so here we go, guys. Are y'all ready for this journey for Lucy's apartment? I am super excited about this. I highly underestimated what it was going to take to do this. But I want you guys to see my struggle, because I don't want you to think, you know, if I make a video that's all edited and it looks like, oh, this just went together so simply and I should be able to do that too. I don't want y'all going into this with those expectations. I want you to know what truly goes into planning these room boxes. And sorry guys, I don't know what's wrong with my throat. If this was just a plain room box, it wouldn't matter. That's where it matters, is that this is such an iconic room. It has to match people's expectations of what this room is going to be. With that comes planning and how am I going to get it done. It didn't go together right the first time. I've had to cut and remeasure and cut. I will tell you guys, I'll show you this. You know how I was having a problem cutting this foam core board? Well, so I have my utility knife. So I did find out that, I don't see my, oh, here's my ruler. I have a metal ruler here. I'm just going to cut one strip. Now, I did not go all the way through. I did not press my utility knife. I just cut right there. Well, I figured out if I just come up here and bend it, it breaks. I fold it back to make a crease there. Then, can y'all see that? Then all I have to do is I place my straight edge right there, and all I'm cutting through again is the the paper part. It's not cutting through the foam part. And look at that, much cleaner cuts. So once I did figure out a trick, y'all. I didn't think I was going to because I was so annoyed with this. But that makes cutting this foam core much easier. I still highly recommend this Amazon foam core. Comes in a box of 10 sheets that are really big. I can't remember the size on them. I'll get that for y'all for the next video. So next video, here's what we're doing. We're going to do the walls. We're going to cut out doors, windows, and we're going to get ready to put the accent pieces on all the walls. If we have time, we will build one door or the window, depending on what y'all tell me in the comments about this window. If you like this window, we'll keep it. If you don't think it's the right kind of window, let me know and we'll make a window. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little nervous, but I think with the mat board, it will be much easier. It'll be sturdy, and we can build it up if we need it to be bigger to make it give us the illusion that we want. We can just stack the pieces together, and I think they'll be just fine. We've got to paint these walls. We've got to paint the accent pieces before we glue those on. But yeah, y'all, I'm super excited. I think this is going to be great. I love the idea of making two separate boxes, and just what will happen is once I build the kitchen, it will just attach on right here. I'll just slide it up, and if nothing else, I can tape the back of it if I want to keep it together. Or that gives me, so this doesn't take as much space on my shelf where I'm going to put it once it's finished. It doesn't take as much space because it'll be two separate pieces. I could put one on the top shelf, one on the middle shelf, or whatever will work, because I do have the general store there as well. So, whew, I've talked y'all's ears off, hadn't I? And I haven't accomplished a thing today. I did get this done. It's taped together. This piece, I did piece them together because this was where I had separated from the kitchen to the living room. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put a strip of paper there, or I think the some of those wood pieces are going to cover that seam, but I'm going to fix that seam. Don't worry about that. I figure if nothing else, I can put spackling there and sand it down, and that seam will not show, because right now you can see it, and I want it to stay together. So when I glue everything together, but you see, I can't glue yet until we get all the windows and doors and those pieces cut out, and figure out if we're going to do an inset there. If we are, let me know that. We'll do that. And then I got to get the doors cut, the windows cut, and we'll be ready to move forward. I also need an idea of how to build the bifold doors. I have not thought that through. I know that some of the stores, like the hardware stores, like Home Depot, the home stores, have these little shutters that are sample shutters that they put out. but I'm not sure if they would be the right size. So tell me that. And I don't have a Home Depot anywhere near me, so I would have to drive. The closest one is an hour and a half away, so I would have to drive to go see if they had those. So yeah, I'm not sure. If I have a friend going or something to town, I may check with them and see if they can stop in and grab me one, and then I'll at least have a sample one to see if I like that idea or not. So lots of things for me to think about. I need lots of input from you guys. I love your comments. Y'all are always so helpful. You give me ideas that I don't think of, and I love that. So take to those comments, guys. Give me all of the ideas that you can think of for this. We're going to start with the living room. This living room Lucy room box. And let's get this thing started and get it going. Thanks so much for joining me. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe so you can follow this entire journey. Give this video a thumbs up. Invite your friends, share it with your friends. And guys, I just appreciate you so much. Thank you. I'll talk to you soon.